Welcome to Johnsequitur, a show about everything.
Hello and welcome to Johnsequitur. I am the John from Johnsequitur, and with me is, to my left, Jay.
Am I supposed to say something?
Sure. And straight ahead of me is John, but he wants to be referred to as Liquid Thunder.
That's right, man.
Yeah, so that
Liquid Thunder.
And that'll be less confusing because there's too many J's going on here.
There are a lot of J's.
Yeah. So the topic we decided to go with is aliens, but no one has notes. I just wrote mine down 2 minutes ago. Why aliens? I want to know why. Why'd you pick aliens? Because maybe that'll, get something going here.
Aliens. So, I've always had this thing with aliens. People are always very, either you believe or you don't believe. I don't think it boils down to that, right? With the amount of space in the universe, they exist. There's no way they don't exist, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to any planet that has water and sunlight, and the chance of there being moss growing, some kind of algae, that's an alien. You don't have to be a little green man in the ship, right?
Yeah,
That's an alien.
I don't even know that water needs to be involved. Like,
maybe
it's
not.
just what we think of as life, and we're really limited.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So the possibility of some other form of life, even on this planet, tardigrades, water bears, these little microscopic, they can literally live anywhere on this planet. In a volcano, in the frozen whatevers of the cold places on this planet. Okay, they can live in space. They've taken them to space and done things. How do we know that they're not from another? How do we know they started here? We don't know that. They can live in space. Maybe they showed up. You know what I'm saying? Aliens exist, man.
Yeah, and I think the fact that people correspond aliens with people getting their, butts examined.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Intelligent life forms.
Yeah, I think that's where the disconnect is.
Yeah,
but
that's what you say aliens, and they're like, little gray men. No,
right.
They don't have to be that. But other forms of life exist. I'm 100%, just because I ain't seen it yet.
Mm-hmm. And that brings up my first problem with aliens is the belief that they're flying around in metal crafts and crashing all the time.
Yeah.
Or coming here and studying us. That seems like a waste of technology. And also, if it's a metal ship that just flies around, that seems like not good technology.
No.
So
No.
I think we're anthropomorphizing everything, including aliens.
That's what I'm saying.
But let's suppose for a second that they do exist, these anthropomorphic ones. Why are they always picking on poor people?
Nobody cares about them, man. That's why. We can do them. It's like picking a dog out. We got to shoot one dog. We don't pick the nice, full breed one, right? Like a little mutt right there with the crap eye and the gimp leg. Yeah, we'll put a bullet in him.
I think they just are like, that guy's like a drunk psycho. Nobody's going to believe him. Let's pick him up. They never pick up, Bill Nye or some shit.
No.
If I were going to study people who were, on Earth, I'd want to pick, the people who had the brains.
To figure some stuff out, right? Let's try and, unless you're trying to steal all your stuff, If it's what's that movie with Mel Gibson? Signs. You ever seen Signs?
Mm-hmm.
My God, I haven't been in a cornfield since that movie came out. No joke. No joke. I'm not
just coincidentally.
I have not been. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the movie. Yeah. It just happens to be.
I didn't go before, and I still don't.
Yeah. Listen, they're moving through the dang cornfield. It's always corn too, right?
Just carry this quick with you.
Yeah, it's always corn, man. I don't know what they got against corn, but ever since that movie came out, they're moving through. They're all they're the higher tech. Of course, water kills them, which is ridiculous.
They're not going to travel the whole way here to a planet made mostly of water.
And not know it at least, right? What do
you...
These creatures are made of 72% human body is made of water?
Something more than that.
Yeah, I think it's more than that.
What?
It's amazing we're not drowning.
That's what I'm saying. They're like, this stuff kills us, and these meat sacks are full of it. Let's go attack them. No, that's not, it's not, what are you doing? But you're definitely right. You travel, how many, closest other planet to us is it's Vega, I think, right?
60%.
60% water?
Yep.
Oh, damn.
See? We all thought it was more.
Some are 90.
Some are 90?
Yeah.
The hell is wrong with people?
Not some people, some life forms.
The real dumb ones,
Okay.
It's all in their head.
Yeah, it's all in their big water heads. Huh.
Alright, so I'm going to name off some people, and if any of these people ring a bell, stop me, because we'll talk about them, and if not, then I'll tell you who they are, one by one.
Okay.
Bill Cooper.
Well, he sounds familiar, but I couldn't picture his face.
Thinking of Bill Nye.
I'm thinking of Bill Nye. You said it.
Bradley,
It's in there.
Bradley Cooper.
Bob Lazar, we already talked about, and you guys don't know who that is, so we'll bring him up in a second. Have you ever heard of the Black-Eyed Children?
Black-eyed children?
Mm-hmm.
I was a black-eyed child for a lot of my life.
Well, you're horrifying then.
That's a dick.
Yeah. It was my mom. Yeah, she got mean left hook.
I guess it's not just people, it's things. The Eisenhower meetings. You ever hear of those?
The Eisenhower meetings. I can't say that I have.
Does it have to do with Area 51?
Kind of. A little bit. I mean, we can get into Area 51 too if you want.
No.
No. Okay.
We tried.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Were you doing the Naruto run? Was that you?
I don't know how to do that. That's why I didn't get in.
Right? Yeah.
Tom DeLonge of Blink-182.
I definitely know Blink-182.
You know Blink-182.
Yeah.
All right, we'll start there then. You know the song, it's from, what is it? Enema of the State. Aliens Exist.
We all know conspiracies are dumb.
It seems like it's really misplaced on there.
I don't know that song. I've listened to that album though.
It's the third song on there, and like most of their songs are about, jerking off and fucking dogs.
Uh-huh.
But
Which is why we all listen to them,
yeah,
right?
right?
That's
Yeah,
the
that's
appeal.
I can relate to this.
Right, yeah, that's the appeal of them, yeah. So.
But right in the middle of it is a
Not the
song
jerking
about.
off part.
Oh no, not that.
No, oh,
Gross.
God, no. Just the fucking dog parts. That's the part I'm into it.
Who even jerks off?
But, not the pure
Don't
parts,
need
the-
to if you got a dog,
Yeah,
right?
right? Yeah, man. Just the mutts, though,
Well, right in the middle of it is a song called Aliens Exist, and I remember hearing it when I first heard the album and being like, what the fuck is this, right? Seems stupid, seemed out of place. Then that guy, Tom DeLonge, went on to make like this weird alien searching group thing, and Joe Rogan brought him on, and I don't want to bring him up a lot, but for some reason Joe Rogan's talked to every single one of these fucking people.
DMT.
Huh. They've all been
and
programmed.
offered them all DMT and elk steaks. But Tom DeLonge goes on there and starts talking about aliens and his little group, and it's one of those things where he's on there for 2 hours, keeps saying that he knows things, but keeps refusing to talk about a single thing that he knows, right? One of those deals. But he did bring up this video of a Air Force pilot who was following an unidentified craft around. He wouldn't say where he saw the video, of course, or anything important or useful, but he did say that there was a guy who saw this craft flying around. And then it turns out, during this pandemic where the news is either Trump did something bad or we're all dying, the Air Force released a statement saying, oh yeah, we saw an unidentified craft, those videos are real. But people are like, we don't really give a fuck right now.
Right?
So,
Fuck Trump.
right, so
It was
like
a huge spacecraft, okay?
Right, yeah, okay. It was tremendous.
It was huge.
with the best VHS
Right.
quality video of alien ships.
And if not, Mexico's paying for it, okay?
Right?
This video literally looks like Mexico made it in the desert somewhere. But, yeah, it just kind of went under the radar. Like, nobody gave a shit.
I wish I could remember what it's called, but there was a video a couple weeks ago. Chris Fowler posted it.
Okay.
And there was a spaceship. There were multiple videos of it.
Mhm.
A spaceship. Quotations.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then I was looking, though. I went to the website that had all the
It's
videos
a
on
terrible website.
it. And they brought up a military plane that is completely undetectable by radar, and it supposedly looks like this, but there's no pictures of it unless you Google and then the renderings.
Mhm.
Huh.
But that is what they're saying it probably was.
How often do you think the military just flies planes out in the middle of the city and doesn't tell anybody? I think it happens a lot.
Oh, they have to test them,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
especially radars. If you can go across the top of a city and not get noticed, your plane works.
You'd rather
Right.
do that, like, with your own government knowing that you're out there
Right.
than another country's government.
And then if somebody
Right.
does sees it, if somebody does see it, they're like, oh, there's a crazy wackadoodle alien person.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's true. So I think that's probably why the government, like, maybe pushes sometimes that there might be aliens.
It's easy
Just
to
to
hide.
hide their own stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
That being said,
If they elected Trump, we can tell man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Good lord.
Let's not get political.
Right.
please no,
Right.
please.
You
That
just lost-
that derails my horror podcast
Yeah, you
so
just lost
goddamn
3
much.
followers.
At least.
I was one of them.
I was gonna say I'm about to leave right now.
You guys scare yourself off the show.
That's what. Yeah, man. That's how serious it is.
Now you're down to just you and Garrett. Nobody else is listening.
Great. So you guys know who Alex Jones is, right?
Yes.
Alex Jones.
He was big into a guy named Bill Cooper.
Okay.
It kind of like inspired him to do the dumb shit that he was doing. Bill Cooper was like Alex Jones before that. He had his own radio station. He would go on there and talk about aliens all the fucking time.
There are bunch of Christian murderers scum. There are giant death factories keeping babies alive. You're selling their body parts.
Bill Cooper believed that aliens were working with the government to like rig elections and shit. I think he was just mad when certain people won elections.
Yeah.
Yeah, those look pretty familiar.
That's that spacecraft that the military has.
Oh. Huh. Tell you, the only thing you do to make people think it's an alien. Yeah, that right there. Yeah, just put big lights on it. These creatures, whoever they are, 5,000 millions and thousands of light years away, get here, turn on a giant fucking spotlight. Every time.
Better be one of those spiral light bulbs. Be environmentally friendly.
Right, you come to our planet. Fucking
Until you wreck, and then you got to call in the hazmat team.
Right.
That's
yeah.
true.
All right, you were talking about Alex Trebek.
Yeah. What is Bill Cooper?
What?
Well, yeah, he had this theory in his head that aliens are working with the government to set up elections and stuff like that. But also he brought forth this idea that Dwight Eisenhower at some point had a meeting with aliens to... This is insane shit and stupid, but people really... If you talk about aliens, this is the stuff that they constantly bring up. So I'm just saying that because, like, if you were to go from this podcast to a more legitimate podcast about aliens, you'd be hearing this stuff.
It's good to be prepared.
And you'd probably, like me, be like, what the fuck are you talking about? But Eisenhower met with some aliens. They came up with this treaty where aliens could collect people whenever they wanted, as often as they wanted, in exchange for technology.
Huh.
Which, at the time that this meeting happened, there was like a big technological boom with the computer systems.
Electric toothbrushes.
That's right. Like...
Aliens.
That's big stuff, man. That's big stuff.
Like, we used it in our teeth, and they're like, that's not for... Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Like, your guys' teeth are where? Oh my
That's-
god. Huh.
And then, Bob Lazar is the last person I'll bring up before I start getting into the even weirder stuff than I've already brought up. But Bob Lazar had a Netflix show where he apparently was picked up while working in New Mexico on, like, a go-kart that ran fast or used less gas or some stupid shit. They knew he had like a background in physics, and they knew he could like work well with this kind of stuff on his own. So they bring him into this big hangar, and he keeps walking by all of these ships and shit. He's not allowed to ask questions. He can't even talk to the people who like are working there with him. So he knows that these crafts can go like this, straight up.
Okay.
So he decides, fuck it, I'm gonna go out and record this shit. So he goes out and starts trying to record it, and the next thing you know, he's getting like bangs on his door, his family's getting phone calls in the middle of the night and shit like that, but they don't fire him for some reason. They let him stick around. So eventually he quit, and he goes on to shows like Joe Rogan or Netflix or whatever. And the thing is, like, that's the closest thing to a legitimate source that I think people are going to get. I don't think... Unless... I mean, who could possibly go on TV and be like, I saw an alien, I saw a craft, and anyone would ever believe them? It doesn't matter, like, how legitimate they are. It's just never going to be believed until, like, massive amounts of people see it.
Right.
But then there's the whole town of Roswell where they all believe it.
Do they?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I think they're
Roswell,
just using it to cash in. Because
right, like a
almost
tourist thing.
everything there is alien related.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's the little green men alien business there. Like that's where you get the wackadoodles that are like, oh, I want the rubber helmet with the, I like star, whatever that alien show.
Dancing with the Stars.
That's it. That's what it is.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you get those kind of people. Just, I mean, it's money, right? Yeah, people, gotta eat, man. So
I'm kind of following.
Huh? Yeah.
All right, so you guys know the Men in Black movies because you guys went off about them when I wrote that down.
Oh yeah, man. I've seen all three.
There's some grounding in reality, although reality I'm putting in quotes. But there's some grounding in reality to it because there's been rumors of these people who are dressed in black who will show up to people's houses and talk to them whenever they've seen shit or reported shit and be like, shut the fuck up. They don't walk around with laser guns and, shoot alien dogs.
That's why I haven't joined. As soon as I can
it's
shoot
not as fun as it sounds.
Yeah, as soon as I can shoot alien dogs with a laser gun, I'm in.
You gotta join the Space Force.
That's what it is, yeah. But as far as the black suits, like...
I hope they take people in their 40s.
They're in Afghanistan now. I mean,
right, yeah. Huh.
In space.
In space.
I mean, technically the Earth is in space, so they are doing their job.
Is there any conclusions to come to from this? I mean, I would say the conclusion is that you're probably right with your first point, and everything we said after it was garbage.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of conversations I have, right?
Yeah.
Usually in the reverse, but, even a blind squirrel, right?
They did recently come out and say that they found something that is lifelike in the atmosphere of Venus. Lifelike. Putting out the kinds of chemical signatures that... I do this with my hand a lot when I talk, and I shouldn't.
Are you Italian?
You can't hear it.
No. I don't think it picked
Get all that?
I don't think it picked it up. Huh.
Yeah, there's like some sort of, I don't know if it's like chemical trails or something up there, but like
Chemtrails.
Yeah, that's what it is, right?
Yeah, man.
Whole other fucking... Oh my
Next
god,
week on.
right. My dad made a great joke yesterday. My mom was making fun of flat earthers, and my dad's like, they're not flat. It's not flat. It's a square. Haven't you ever heard of the four corners of the earth?
That's a dad joke.
Yeah.
Yep. Huh.
But I would totally believe that. Like, sometimes when I think about Venus, it's hotter than Mercury, right? Because the atmosphere there holds down all
runaway
the heat,
greenhouse,
right?
Yeah.
So it's possible that planet at some point in its existence could have had
something
on it, right? And then everything died, and now we're next.
Right. Huh.
But Mars would be like an example of what our planet was like before we had Earth. Like arid, super cold, super hot, two poles of ice that eventually, and there's evidence of water there too. So the thing is, though, the thing that I don't get is where alien life would come from if there's nothing there. If there's nothing on the planet.
Well, here's the thing. When the universe first started, and this is all of this knowledge is based solely on the show The Cosmos. Okay.
Great.
Neil deGrasse Tyson. Oh, I love that dude.
The thing just jumps around. It's a stupid.
What? I love
show.
that show. I love it, man. Watch it on acid. You'll love it.
It'll slow it down for you.
Yeah.
I'm never watching that show.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's great. But it is as per Neil deGrasse Tyson. When the universe started, it exploded and all this stuff. There's just big hunks of stuff ripping through space. There's life on this planet, man. The movies where the asteroid's going to come and hit the planet. Oh, everyone's in, and then Bruce Willis saves the day and you cry. Right, those types of movies.
Or President Morgan Freeman does not save the day.
Right. Yeah. So one of those movies where an asteroid's going to come and rip through a planet. Right. There's life on that planet, and it crashes through it and kills everything. It's going to pick up little tiny bitty bits of that, and through we all know math, right? Math is a thing. So through the law of averages, if there's life forms already in space, and we know there are because we're here doing a podcast, and something comes through and blows it up, and now all the little tiny bits and hunks of us are floating through space with bacteria, microbes, and all the little sciencey stuff. It's out there. It has to be.
Can it survive the vacuum of space, though?
Tardigrades can.
Did everything come from tardigrades?
Tardigrade, yeah, the water bears. Listen, check them out, dude. They're these
no, I know.
Really
they're
intense
little guys. They got like the little claws and stuff.
Yeah, but they can live anywhere. Literally anywhere that we can stick these little tiny things.
If they can, then I'm sure there's other things.
That's what I'm saying. Obviously, it's possible.
So if you can't create or destroy matter or energy, where did everything come from?
Oh, we're about to get religical up in here.
Something.
You can't go that route because God would have to come from somewhere, or the Creator. The Creator would have to come from somewhere.
Yeah.
Everything came from somewhere, though.
Yeah.
Unless it always was.
If the Big Bang Theory is a terrible TV show, if the Big Bang Theory is right, then it probably, and what they think is going to happen to the universe is correct too, which who knows, because we don't know what the fuck we're talking about as people, but it blows up, it spreads out, it goes as far as it can, everything burns out, and then it comes back in on itself, and then it blows back out again and starts over again. And this is just a cycle that keeps going. I know you want to know, well, when did it start? Time comes from that explosion.
Right. Time's relative. Time doesn't exist anywhere.
It doesn't really exist, but the idea of time, space-time, comes from that explosion. When you take the explosion away, there is no start or end. When you explode it again, that's when it starts off again. So there is no starting point.
Huh. You hit the reset button on time, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh. That's pretty crazy.
Now, where that first finite point came from, I don't know. Maybe it came from a different explosion. Maybe there are several universes and it just came from another one, and this just does not end. Because even if it ended, like, let's say there was like a wall to the end of the universe, right? There is something on the other side of it. It just might be nothing.
Right, it's that. That's that Greek. I forget the dude's name.
Are you a flat universer?
I have no idea.
Well, that's that one. This also came from the cosmos, right? This I forget the guy's name from it, but that's how he decided that that's how he came to the conclusion that the universe was boundless. Was that literally that expression right there? If you stood anywhere in the universe and shot an arrow, it is either going to fly forever, or it's going to hit something. At which point you can shoot the arrow from there again. At which point it's either going to fly forever or hit something. So like that's how that dude decided that the universe is endless. I'm not sure how we got onto that bit right there, but
he was asking if, where does something come from nothing?
Right. Well, yeah, I guess that is, that's one of the big questions, right? Because how would we ever...
I don't know why we think math is the answer to any of this shit.
Yeah, I mean, math is power.
We made up math.
I'm a math person.
Math is the only constant, though.
Kind of.
Math, but no matter what, math makes sense.
Math does.
We might not understand it, but it always makes sense.
At the microscopic level, though, those rules change.
In what regards?
Like, instead of something holding one place at one time, right? Which is
you're talking atomically.
Yeah, atomically. Like, it can be in two places at once.
Right, like the electrons around an atom.
Right.
That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I'm just ripping off the end of Men in Black here, but honestly, like, even our universe could be the size of, like, a pinhead. So...
Sounds like you're ripping off the Grinch.
Or not the Grinch.
We're all on a little snowflake.
Horton here's a who. That's what you're... Horton here's a who.
I was going with the Grinch.
Why? Is he tiny?
I gotta catch up on
my That's who Horton hears.
The whole beginning.
That's who Horton hears, is the Who's.
Wait, is it the same Who's?
Yeah, it's the Horton hears a Horton hears a Who.
Holy hell.
Did you not know that? Was that a thing?
I've never seen Horton Hears a Who.
No.
Oh, it's a great movie. Also, watch it on
the title basically says what we just realized.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
He was putting it right out there and nobody got it for years.
Are you saying there's men in Men in Black?
Jason Statham. Jason Statham.
Oh, the guy from Friends.
That's the second one. Yeah, the second
Friends.
So,
Friends 2.
Yeah, well, and here's my thing with the electrons and atoms and all that at the subatomic level. We haven't figured it out yet. I feel like that is what it is. At some point we didn't know how to, build a rocket ship either. It doesn't exist. We can't do that. Nothing supports that. But work on it for a while. You get smarter minds than us to work on it, and eventually they'll figure it out, right? So far there are very few problems that when you put the right human being on the task, that they have not figured out an answer to.
Right. I'm just saying that if there's math behind everything, but the math doesn't work with something being in two places at the same time, at least they don't have a mathematical equation for that, and math is, even though it's constant, like, we made it up. Like, we did make it up. We
discovered it.
We deciphered it.
Deciphered it.
Math is a language.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's not something you. It's not something you speak. But as far as everything the way things are made up.
I know, like, there are certain things that... Electricity. Have you ever studied electricity at all?
Mm-mm.
Math and electricity, I had no idea about this. I was always terrified of electricity. Because, like, you know, you touch it and it hurts you.
Can't see it.
Yeah. Sometimes you can.
Wow.
That shit shoots straight out of the sky. It's horrifying. But when you plug in...
Actually shoots up.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it?
Yes.
Are we sure about that?
Yes.
100... Okay. All right.
Not 100%.
Not 100%.
Not even close.
62%.
I'm at 60% water.
60%. Yeah, 60% water. All right. If you look at the correlations between, you know, the math behind electrical stuff, any kind of electricity, math literally lines up with it perfectly in every facet. It is absolutely incredible. I've always been a math person. I was going to go to school. I started going to school to be a math teacher, but I was selling shoes. The guy I was working with, what does it say?
Lightning comes from the sky down, but what you see comes from the ground up.
So the light...
I don't feel better now.
So,
I feel worse.
It's horrifying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, that's Google. I don't know if I believe Google.
No. Google knows most things.
Google suck lately.
Yeah.
It's hard to find a lot of
Google
stuff.
didn't help me throw my frisbee.
Just don't make lightning political and we'll stay fine.
Well, then I'm telling you, the next president's going to take care of lightning. I'll tell you that right now. So...
Or Mexico's going to pay for it.
Or Mexico's going to pay for it. But yeah, electricity and math, they literally line on. That's just
But the
in my
person
eyes.
who first started to discover or harness, I guess, electricity, did they do it through math? Is that how they did it?
Well, no, I would imagine they did it through trial and error, like
So
literally anything
the
else.
language
Ben
was there,
Franklin
but it
with a
was
kite.
unnecessary.
It wasn't necessary to work with it, but it was necessary to understand it. I feel like as a society now, as a people now, like, we understand electricity, whereas before, like, hey, watch this! You know what I'm saying? Like, you can do
Like,
that.
it was magic.
It was witchcraft back then. Now it's...
to harness its power. I mean, even a light bulb, it had to be in a globe with gas and the right filament, the right amount of current.
Tungsten, isn't it? I think it's tungsten.
And don't look at me, I'm just the host. I don't know shit.
I feel like it's tungsten, but I might be wrong.
It's probably not mercury. It wouldn't stay together.
I don't think.
Trip to
No.
the bottom. And
Mercury's a liquid.
Okay, so
I don't.
where did the language of math originate?
Arabia? It's one of the A's.
Oh, so it is a human thing.
That's when it was someone there started studying it. That's where they started studying it. That's why a lot of words like algebra,
Oh, that's right. Whenever
No.
you tell somebody that their kids are gonna learn Arabic numerals, they freak out.
yeah.
I hope they don't switch because that's all I know.
There's this really great video on YouTube. There's this fella
Switching to Roman numerals.
and I can't.
Oh God!
This is where ready for this? Roman numerals, the way that used to work
I
is
can
right.
count the 5 now.
Right? So the numbers that we're familiar with in the English, you know, here, right?
Yeah, they're Arabic.
Right. They're not Arabic.
Yes.
They're maybe they might be Arabic. But anyways, this guy actually shows you. You have any idea how the numbers got their shapes? There's this guy on YouTube. He is the Mathematician, I think is his like stage name type deal.
Okay.
Clever.
I feel like it's Brian something. I'm bad with names. But he goes through and he shows you how all the different numbers got their shapes. And now they've morphed a little bit now. Like, you know, everyone's in a hurry, right? So you got to shorthand everything. But, like, when you look at the old way a number 1 was written, you know, it had one angle, right? So that's a 1. The old 2 angle. How's that go? 1, 2. Yeah, 2. There are 2 angles. 3, yeah. It's all angles. Okay, you look at it. Basically, they were counting the angles on the number, which gets a little funky up into the old way they used to write 9. It looked more like a G. It had more. The tail had more hooks and curves. There were 9 angles in it. But this guy explains all that, and I was 28.
Oh my
29.
god! Then like I would think like when it first started out, like you would have to like count the angles.
Well,
How would you even know how to count the angles if you didn't know what numbers were?
That's when they switched from Roman numerals, because
Jesus
these
Christ.
huge Roman numeral numbers, you know, you write.
You gotta have a job to get a car. You gotta have a car to get a job.
That's it, man. If you don't have credit, you're fucked either way. So, but yeah, it was interesting. Anyways, it was just this little tidbit. He has something's wrong with not wrong with his brain, but whatever the section of your brain that computates math.
I don't have
and
that
his is
section.
well, his is like going through the locker room. He's the big dick in the locker room when it comes to that part of his brain. Like is like swelled or something and never went down. I don't know, whatever it is, but. He's
That's
a
great. Like,
genius.
so if you want to learn something,
He's
figure
like
out where it is in your
90% water.
brain, hit you with a hammer.
That's it. Just
you're
make
good to go.
make that sucker swell up, man. That's it.
He's 90% water.
90% water. Yeah. But yeah. Anywho, math explains everything.
We must think it does, because if you guys ever heard of the thing that we sent out to space in case we want to communicate with aliens, I think it
Voyager
had,
1.
Was it Voyager 1 that had this stuff put on it? The gold record?
Yeah, Voyager
Yeah,
1.
it's got like a cassette tape of the cars playing the whole time or something.
Yeah, and
Some
and
two
it has
people. We can't even like bother to put clothes on them. We're like,
right, well, you
nude.
gotta show them the anatomy of people, right? You gotta let them know like all
This is a
the
dick,
soft spots.
and it's a big dick.
Right.
I hope,
Yeah.
I hope it was Rosie O'Donnell, so they don't want to come here.
Right. Huh. Yeah, and it showed they have some form of math equations on there as well to show that
That's what I was
like
bringing up.
we're not dumb. Like we actually might be. This might be all rudimentary. Like
Right,
this
they
is all
look at-
basic stuff, and we're like
They
we're
look at that
smart.
equation and they're like, Jesus Christ.
Right, you guys are storing this. Like, geez, oh yeah, we did this back in 4th grade. Huh? If they have grades, I don't know. They're aliens.
They might not.
Right?
So how do you guys lean on how the pyramids are made?
We went over this in the last podcast, and I decided that it was Littlefoot, and that was the great
Oh, that's
valley.
right. That's right.
The dinosaurs, yeah. Huh.
Yeah, Brachiosaurus.
That's it, man. Well, math and slaves. I feel like
and slaves.
math and slaves. That's what builds
Oh,
pyramids.
God.
See, there's a lot of talk about aliens in the pyramid.
Oh
There-
yeah,
there-
they were in
there's
like all of the
The,
Alien vs. Predator
the
movies.
hieroglyphs.
What if just everybody there was high as shit and they're like, well, this will fuck with people in the future?
I've had that thought before too. Like, we could do that. Well, it'd be so much harder now with the amount of technology we have to like
With the internet.
the internet, that kind of stuff. Really put a stop to a lot of stuff. But like, if that didn't exist, if we couldn't just communicate freely with like the other side of the planet, right? You could literally just build some random shit and just leave it for build it and then die. Thousands of years later, someone finds like, oh my god, what is this masterful thing? That's oh no, that was just
I
like,
wonder if all this shit is just
Kinda
people
what-
punking us.
right?
I know what North Korea does.
Isn't it?
Yeah, we don't communicate with them, and then they have grocery stores that
Jeez,
they don't. As far as we know, we don't know anything.
no grocery stores.
They're cut off from the rest of the world.
They like to release, when they do release pictures, they like to release pictures of like thriving cities and thriving communities.
Yep.
But then whenever you see people who've went there and taken pictures, it's all empty streets. Nobody's out. Buildings are empty.
You haven't seen the interview? That's a true story.
With Seth Rogen.
Oh, true story. Yep.
Is it really?
Speaking of rice,
He puts that big thing in his butt. Huh. He does. He's like, it was like this, man. It was like this. It blows that tiger up. I've seen that movie.
Oh yeah, the drone.
Yeah, the drone. It kills the tiger.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he sticks it in his butt. Huh.
Okay. Anyways.
Yeah, anywho. Huh.
So how were the pyramids built?
Oh, I think it was slaves and math.
Slaves and math, man. Yeah.
Or a dinosaur. I think
math.
it might have been a dinosaur in math.
Yeah.
Possibly. I don't know.
It'd be hard
Maybe
to...
the dinosaur did the math.
That's what I'm saying.
Could be.
Professor Dinosaur.
Maybe. Dinosaurs weren't mammals, right? So they had like... I guess they only had 3 toes for a while.
T-Rex couldn't really help much. He
No,
tried.
yeah. He can't pick up a box.
He would need a laser pointer. It's over there! Those didn't exist. He was useless. Huh.
He's the only one that didn't clap when they were done.
Right? God, dick. He didn't even clap. Huh.
The only thing that sticks out to me about the construction of them, the only thing, is that people would literally spend their entire lives working on a project they'd never see finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't sit right with
How
me.
long did the Great Pyramids take?
Well, I mean, if you think about children, right? Same thing as a child,
Let me
right?
see if I can find out.
Well, how? In what way?
Well, you're raising... You're building something that you won't ever see the end of. Well, you hope to God, right? You fucking pray you never see the end of it, but you're raising something that you'll never see the finished product of.
Thanks, man.
People are
That's
always.
really what I wanted to think about.
I'm just saying. I'm just
Then
the
on
same.
that down note,
It's it's the same idea. It's the same idea,
Dude.
It's the same idea.
So you know that kid that you're raising right now?
You'll never.
You're gonna die soon, and he's gonna go on without you. You're never gonna meet your grandchildren.
I didn't say that.
20 years.
I'm just saying.
About.
You'll never see. You hope that you'll never see the end of that project. Same with the pyramids.
481 feet high.
is the tallest pyramid.
Look at how much each brick weighed. That's where it gets weird.
Are they considered bricks or blocks?
Blocks.
Well, I mean, that matters.
Big brick
Did they
blocks.
were
I don't know.
they made or were they cut? Is it stone or is it man-made?
Yeah, the part that is frustrating is that like each block took a massive amount of time to lay, each individual block. And if people were working on it all day long, every day, it would still take like over 100 years to get done.
How much did
Same
a
as
T-Rex
like
weigh?
cathedrals and shit
That's
in
what
like
they
Europe, right? They took over 100 years to build.
I think. No, nobody ever questions that shit. Those things are gigantic.
Right, it's because they're not what's the
Pointy?
what's the
They don't
word,
look like
the word for
Madonna's
shapes?
broads
That's
from
what
the
yeah,
80s,
that's
yeah.
what it is.
2.5 tons. Metric tons. 2.3 metric tons. Or 2.5 imperial tons.
Huh.
Yeah,
In case you speak metric tons.
You guys don't? Is that not
Well,
how
I didn't know if you had like UK followers.
Yeah,
or,
hey.
I don't want to leave anybody out.
We're stretching out there, man. The aliens are probably listening right now.
You gotta. Oh God.
I know I got one Australian listener
They're on
and
to us.
Right.
CJ, is it metric tons or is it regular tons? You gotta let me know because I don't know the answer to this.
Right?
Write in. We'll find
Right,
out.
Yeah. To be played back later.
How much does a pyramid weigh?
Huh. Well, there
The whole
was
thing?
there is a
6.5 million tons. So of blocks. 6.5 million ton of block.
And each block was what, 2 tons?
2.5. Or
Metric.
2.3 if
God,
it's
that's like
metric.
30
metric.
million blocks.
shitload of blocks.
That's a lot of
A
blocks.
lot of slaves and a lot of math.
Dude, I'd be like, I'm not interested. I'm good.
For,
I don't wanna
for
do
what
it.
purpose?
Yeah.
For tombs? That's
Yeah,
all they
it's
are,
for
is
one
tombs.
guy who was like, I want this for me. And then he died, and they kept going. I would have been like, no, fuck this. we're
Right?
done.
Yeah, we're out, bro. Like it's
He'll
like,
never know.
bury him out back, bro. Yeah.
Just lay him next to a sand dune, the wind will finish.
Right. Put him in one of these blocks. Huh. Huh.
Okay, so we're in
Shame for
agreement that
Manchester.
it has absolutely nothing to do with aliens, and that meme is bullshit.
What's that?
It has nothing to do with aliens. The meme is bullshit.
Huh.
The guy's like, aliens.
Aliens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be.
I like when they flip it upside down and he says Australians.
Huh. There is another feller on the internet, and I don't even think he ever says his name, but
Who was it?
Jason Statham, I think.
From Friends.
God, he's
The-
everywhere.
yeah, I'm saying he's busy. He's a busy dude. Yeah. So, there's this dude that figured out a way to move giant. I mean, not figured out. Like I said, it's basically it was trial and error type deal. Same thing. But he can move. He casts his own blocks and he makes them. I think the biggest one in the video it said he made, and this was years ago. I watched this now, but it was like an 80,000 pound block that he made of concrete and steel and yada yada yada. But he made it himself just for that size block, and he basically lifts this block up off the ground with just himself and like very very rudimentary tools in a way to figure out how to make Stonehenge, which is I feel like another one of the aliens type things. But he figured out how to do it, and he just took some time, and it wasn't so much math. I guess he was on a math kick there, but it wasn't so much math. But you can watch the video. It's
Yeah, I don't think Stonehenge has much to do with math. It's just block, block, block. That's it.
Right. Well, and that was
So-
the thing. That was another thing. They're like, oh, back in that time, how did they lift it? And how did they do it? You think about something long enough, we're human beings. Like we'll figure it out. But he figured it out, and he figured out a way to do it. I guess he doesn't know if it's.
I can see moving them. I just can't see getting them up. That's where it gets kind of confusing for me.
Are we talking about pyramids or Stonehenge?
Both.
Wow.
Well, Stonehenge is a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the pyramids would be fucking
Oh,
hard.
The pyramid, you start at the top. That way, you don't have to lift them up whenever you get tired.
As you get more tired, right?
Yeah,
it's closer.
it's
It's
easier.
closer. Yeah.
Start
Yeah.
at the top.
That makes sense. Huh.
Like lightning.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
you
yeah.
see
Oh
is
my God, I'm
comes from the bottom,
learning
but
so
it
much
starts
today.
at the top.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
Mhm.
They say pulleys
pyramid?
and like
Pulleys
lifts
do.
and-
Pulleys do a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but here you still have to have something strong enough to hold the weight.
And what do? You use a sky hook?
That's what I'm saying.
Where's the
Team Elijah one?
where's the pulley go?
Yeah,
Hey, we got to build a pyramid over here so we can use the pulley to build this pyramid.
Pulleys, by the way, pulleys are also all math. If you ever worked with pulleys at all, looked up how pulleys work. It's all math also.
I mean, I
which
said
is-
earlier that I didn't, but now I'm going to change my stance and say I did.
Hey, you're the host, man. Do it up.
Pulley professor over here.
Yeah, which I feel like could be. There's a masturbation joke in here somewhere, but I can't.
I had one in my head, but I'm not saying it.
No.
Well, it's too late now.
We've all been
The
wrong.
magic of the moment's gone.
Bring it up at the end. It's perfect timing.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so hang on. I had something here and I lost it.
Should have wrote it down.
I know.
Mm-hmm. You could.
I have a notebook and a pen. Jesus Christ.
You could have.
Oh, I thought that was to look good. You know.
Right, for the viewers, they're like, "Hey, look, he's professional."
I think I can hear a pen and a tablet next to me.
You know, it's a good one too, like a pilot, like a pilot pen. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Is that college or old?
Gee, I don't know.
It's a memo pad, man.
No,
I like
it's
that
just wide
rolled. Yeah.
I like that you're double spacing.
Mm-hmm.
Am I?
No.
Oh.
Amateur. Is that sans serif you're writing in?
It's Times New Roman. Yeah.
You know, you should use a blue pen. That way, if somebody copies it, you know you have the original.
I need to take all of these notes. What is it? Sanskrit?
Yeah, you gotta learn Sanskrit.
Sanskrit.
Double space.
Double space, yeah.
College ruled.
College rule.
And the pilot pen. Gotta have the pilot pen, man.
Blue.
Yeah. A blue pilot pen.
Blue
Is that
pilot pen.
That's not even wire bound.
No.
Well, see, I prefer those. The wires always get messed up.
I know, and when you tear it out, then you got to tear off a little piece, and what do you do with that?
Throw it on the,
They need to come up with something to do with the piece that you
spitballs.
tear off.
Just come with a little straw, you make spitballs.
I gotta teach Jackson.
Imagine being a tree, living, just hanging out, life is good, and then all of a sudden somebody cuts you down, and you're like, that's cool though, because I'll be like a house or a table or something cool. You end up a spitball.
Imagine being a bird sitting on a tree branch and somebody comes and cuts down your fucking home, your tree,
spitballs,
to build you a house.
That's pretty good. Yep, that's the human way.
That's the human way.
Take something that's perfectly fine, mess with it a bunch.
It needs to be square.
Somehow the government's involved.
Yeah. Yep, and Mexico's gonna pay for it.
Look at all these houses we gave these birds. They should thank us.
Right, yeah.
I fucking squeeze my body to get through this fucking hole now?
Right.
What the hell is this?
I can just make my own. Fine.
I literally was on this branch yesterday.
Huh.
Birds. They're not real.
Yeah, no, they're...
I'm sure they're aliens.
I'm sure they're aliens, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they're robots, aren't they?
They're robots, yeah, they're spying on us. Because the government really cares what we're doing.
Oh my god. If there's gonna be a new world order or one world government, I don't really give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, people are scared of it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I just want to be able to do whatever I want to do.
That's what I'm saying. Just don't tell me. Who are you to say what I can and can't do? I go to work, I pay my bills.
Honestly, if
I haven't murdered anyone yet that I got
just
caught
don't want
for.
a V for Vendetta thing. That's all. Avoid that shit, and we're good.
I don't
care what you do.
I don't know. That was a baller ass movie. I know that.
It is great.
Yeah, I really
Is
enjoyed
that with the mask?
Mm.
Yeah, Guy Fawkes.
Is that where the anonymous mask came from?
Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes.
That's
Okay.
yeah.
I remember that movie now.
You know who does the voice of that guy?
Kill Bill.
W something.
Jason Statham.
He's the guy from.
Jason Statham.
Of course he is. Jesus Christ, W something. What the hell am I talking about?
I don't know his name. I know he was Agent Smith from.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the Smiths.
And he was in Lord of the Rings, which is a fucking.
Yeah.
By the way, terrible fucking series.
Really?
I hate it. It's so
They were all
goddamn
right.
long.
They were.
That's good. You're saving 8-9 hours of your life. Not
They
much.
are long.
They are long. They're good. The problem is I've tried to read the books. I've started reading those books probably a dozen times.
How long can you describe a goddamn tree?
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, oh my god, the books and the people that enjoy them though, it's like fucking heroin to them. They love it. They're like, I can't get enough.
I need a 12-hour version. Of the Twin Towers or whatever.
Yeah, the director's cut.
Right, the Twin Towers, John. It's the two towers.
Oh boy,
not the Twin Towers.
I knew it. We got political. A fucking again.
You can't help it. That's the world.
Can't help it. Yeah. Well, under the new one government world order, that will never happen. So.
You won't be allowed to talk bad about the government.
Someone would have.
I'm cool with that.
Somebody would have lasered you by now already. And your dog.
I'm cool with one world governments. I'm cool with chips in my arm so I can get stuff out of the vending machine without having to, get change.
What
get
was that
proper
movie?
change.
I don't know why.
Wasn't that a movie?
It might have been, but they're trying to do it now.
Is it
Companies
Black
are
Mirror?
hoping it might have been Black Mirror, but
Black Mirror's
companies
No,
are hoping.
there's.
What? It's
Black
a
Mirror's
joke.
good. Black Mirror's a good show, man.
Oh, it's a good show. I thought you said it was a joke.
Oh, I've never
Should
seen
have
it.
come across the table.
No, Black Mirror's a good show, man. I really enjoyed that
Netflix?
show. Netflix. Oh, you haven't watched Black Mirror?
No, I think Michelle started.
It's great. No, it's like what's the old one? What's the older version?
Twilight Zone.
Twilight Zone. It's like that. None of them are connected. They just like offer this
one individual story.
Yeah, this individual situation, and then it always goes south. It's
why
like,
can't it ever not?
Yeah,
like,
right.
Why can't people be like, this technology could really help people, and then it does,
and then it does. Yeah. yeah. That episode would be 9 minutes long.
Yeah.
They're like, look how cool this is.
Everybody's happy. The end.
The end. Yeah.
I was saying In Time with Justin Timberlake.
Oh, where they have their clock on their arm.
Yeah, and that's considered money.
Yeah, well, it's their life.
Everything they want to do, they have to spend part of. Yeah,
which I think is supposed to be metaphorical, right? Is the way that's supposed to be.
Weren't we talking about Click at Work the other day?
It's sad. It's a sad movie.
Yeah,
it's sad movie.
And it's meant to be funny because they're like, look, Christopher Walken, goofy.
You're a good person to ask this.
All right,
Adam Sandler.
Okay, we're way off topic.
That's fine.
It's a sequitur.
Okay.
The whole. Well, now I'm off topic.
Adam Sandler.
Hit it. Most of his characters end in the Y sound.
His character name.
Billy Madison, Little Nicky,
Happy Gilmore, right?
Can you think of any that don't?
We found a couple.
What's his character name in Punch Drunk Love?
Oh God, I forgot about
Punch Drunk Love.
I got IMDb right here.
Cool.
All right, yeah. We did find a couple.
Yeah.
Okay, what did you find?
Mr. Deeds. Okay. What was his first name of Mr. Deeds?
Mister.
Mister. His Longfellow.
Oh, okay.
Okay, they only say it a couple times in the movie. Not a lot of people know it, but
you won't believe it.
Huh?
Barry.
Nailed it. Told you, man.
I do believe it.
Wow.
Yeah. There were a lot of them. There was
What's 50 First Dates?
That was one of them.
Henry.
It's still a Y though.
Damn. Or the Y side, because the one. Have you ever seen the movie Bulletproof? It has one of the He's Archie in that. It's IE, but it's still the sound. It's still the same sound. Yeah.
Which one?
It was Mr. Deeds. That was one. There was
we were hung up on one.
There was The Longest Yard, which was a remake, so we didn't know if that counted.
I don't think that counts. It's a remake.
Because it was but I mean, he still played the character.
He played the character because he was a good cast.
Yeah.
Bobby, Boucher, Waterboy.
Mm-hmm.
Waterboy.
Huh.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, a lot of them do. There was a couple other ones though.
I can't think of any of his movies. Spanglish. We never figured out what that one was.
It was. Yeah, we did. It was. Barry. You just said Barry. Was it Barry?
Probably wasn't Barry, but maybe
John.
Again.
John.
What did they call him, Johnny, in the show? I don't know.
I think the little Spanish lady did.
John Claxey.
No.
I know clean. No.
Maybe he's like, it's a serious movie. I gotta take it serious.
I don't. When actors are like mainly do comedy roles, do a serious role, like in Click. Okay, the whole movie was funny. Like, oh, it's funny, and then at the end you're like, what the fuck? Like, I cried. Like, how did I end up crying in an Adam Sandler movie?
I feel like this is a thing that Hollywood does. They get a bunch of script ideas. They can't decide on one movie. They jam-pack all of these ideas together and spit out whatever it is that they have.
Mm-hmm. They don't come out with original movies anymore.
Most of the Die Hard series is a mixture of other scripts
also
with John McClane.
It's a Christmas movie.
Well, the first and second one both.
John McCain, the politician.
Oh my God. That would be fantastic. John McCain trying to stop a bomb. Oh my God.
Listen, guys, listen. Huh.
It's kaboom. It's over.
9 second, 9-minute movie. By the time they're done rolling the credits in the beginning,
but at least he shot somebody in the face with a shotgun during the movie.
Just one though.
I thought it was a quail.
Right? Yeah, my bad.
We're picking on the wrong dumb politician.
No, that was John McCain, wasn't it?
No, it was Vice President Dick Cheney. That's
Cheney. Oh yeah,
it was
Cheney.
Shit. Yeah.
He thought his friend was a bird.
Yeah.
If it would have been him we were talking about, that would have been a solid joke though.
But it wasn't.
Close enough. Man. Close enough. It would have been solid. It would have been solid.
Anyways, serious movies from comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Carrey, The Majestic.
Pretty good.
Decent movie.
Jim Carrey in The Majestic.
I hate Jim Carrey.
I think The Truman Show's better though.
The Truman Show.
Truman Show's good.
That's
Truman
one of my
Show's good.
movies.
I think I've watched it too many times. I used to love that movie.
Truman Show's good.
The first time I saw it, it blew my mind.
Jim Carrey in 23. That was a serious role he did.
That's a fucking terrible movie.
He had a sex scene in that.
Absolutely
Jim
terrible
fucking
movie.
Carrey.
I don't think I want to see that.
It's so
Why?
bad.
So just so you know, whenever you're watching a movie and you're like, man, I hope there's a sex scene, you don't want it to be the guy that like
crawled out of a rhinoceros' ass in the other movie you like him in?
You sound the way you said that. You're like, man, I think I might go home and watch that scene.
I have it saved on my phone.
Jim
Oh yeah.
Carrey.
Anytime like
I'd rather
feeling
watch
saucy.
Jim Carrey have sex than Philip Seymour Hoffman, though.
I'm not sure.
I'm serious. Like, he's dead, first of all, so of course I would.
Oh, I didn't. Is he Boogie Nights? Is that who it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he's in a bunch of shit. But like, just somebody like, I don't want to watch a flubby dude have sex with a hot chick. It's weird. It's uncomfortable.
It's realistic.
It's my entire life.
It's not realistic. It's
kind of
not
is.
realistic. Like
You always see the hot chicks with the ugly douchebags.
on TV shows.
Oh yeah.
Unless they have money.
But that's real.
Unless they
TV
have money.
Is real.
Like, that's a real thing.
Yeah. What's that meme going around with Rose and that guy? It's from that. Shit.
Sound it out.
Why do I say things before I know what I'm talking about? Why do I talk?
Right, that's the question most men ask themselves.
It's that thing about the engagement. 30 days, some shit. I'll figure it out.
Alright.
Are you talking about the show where like they get married without knowing each other?
Yeah.
My ex-wife used to watch that. I hated it.
Is it the one with the roses?
That's The Bachelor and
That's The
Bachelorette. I
Bachelorette,
also watched
yeah.
that. It's really insane to me when people go on that show and they're like, I can't believe that The Bachelor kissed another girl. I'm like, have you watched this fucking show before? Jesus
Like,
Christ.
that's what they're there for, right?
Right.
Like,
Have sex with 12 women, figure out which one gives the best head, take that one.
man, I wonder how you get
Yeah.
on
There
that
they
show.
are.
Well, you don't look like us.
90 Day Fiancé.
90
That's
Day
it. Yep.
Fiancé.
That's it. You get 90
See?
days.
Look at that guy.
Bet he's hung like a mule, though.
They put them together, don't they? Based on like
No.
traits.
Oh, listen,
Well, I
it's
mean-
all stage. Like,
Is it?
It's all stage.
That's real.
I don't get any TV
That's
show.
Wait, no,
any
the
TV
one where they-
show. I don't care. It's
The
all
one
stage.
where they marry them without meeting each other
and then
is-
see if it works.
is a different one. Yeah, they see if it works for science. It has the 3 seasons that I had to watch. It never worked. Not once.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the thing is, too, they get married, and like on night 1, they'd be like, "Should we have sex?" No, you're married. What the fuck?
Do that, man.
Of course you would have sex.
Yeah.
They would. So they would show them getting into bed and being like, "Good night." Like, this show is the fucking worst.
Right? Huh.
I think it took us like a week to consummate. Is that the word? We were too tired.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's the word.
After you're
You-
to consummate the marriage.
Yeah. I think it was like a week
Oh,
later.
really?
Oh, dude, we were exhausted. We went home the next day. We ordered food.
You know what makes you
and we
more
slept.
tired? Consummating.
Right.
That'll wear you
Oh,
out.
I was too drunk. She told me no.
Oh. No. Oh yeah. No.
Not that she knew she was a virgin when we got married.
Well, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Naturally.
She wore a white dress, obviously.
Yeah. Naturally.
I married someone who had just gone through a divorce, so you know I'm assuming they were also a virgin.
Of
Oh,
course.
yeah. They're probably too tired to consummate.
After
Isn't
heart,
consomme?
it's consummate with a T.
But isn't consomme like a food?
No, consume is what you do with
No.
food.
No. I'm thinking it's like a sauce or something. I'll find
It's
it.
a sauce.
Consomme. Go ahead. Continue.
When I got married at the Justice of Peace, I went up to the Salvation Army and bought a suit-ish thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I got home, I went to bed because I had to work at midnight. Later that night, I went out to eat at my brother's place out there at the little
I used to live right
restaurant.
across from
Yeah.
there.
I had a couple beers and went to work, and that was it. That was my marriage.
Huh.
Really, that's a microcosm of my marriage.
Huh.
In cooking, consomme is a type of clear soup made from richly flavored stock.
So it's water.
It's gravy.
It's gravy.
Yeah,
Huh.
I mean... it's-
Which is kind of funny because when you consummate, there's gravy there. Too.
Oh, God. I think that's more of a batter.
It could be. It could go either way.
That's why I named Jackson Jack. Little flapjack.
Little
Made him a baby batter.
That's gross.
Oh my god.
That's so gross. Listen, this is going to be on the internet forever, and one day he's going to be listening, oh, it's my dad right here.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, I could have been a flapjack.
Don't worry, dude. Everybody quit listening a half hour ago.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be like, "This is about aliens. How did I come up?"
Huh.
You
It's all right.
are my kid.
Yeah, you'll be dead by then, it's fine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, you'll be dead by then, it's fine.
Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, nothing to worry about at your end. That's
Jesus.
funny and sad. Huh. Yeah, we got way off topic. Huh?
So what we've decided is I'm the joke.
I like math.
And math.
Yep.
Math.
And I am the host, and I'm going to call a quit to this show.
There you go.
We're,
Liquid Thunder out.
Yeah, we're 55 minutes in. We talked for aliens for 20 minutes.
Was that supposed to say something?
Go ahead.
There was your masturbation
was
joke.
I got to say goodbye to everybody.
Wait, there was your joke you was going to say.
Oh,
Remember?
you have a masturbation joke. Oh, yeah. Wait.
I don't have.
You had it. What did we say? I'll redo it. What was the? Do you remember the joke? Tell me what I have to say. To introduce the joke.
I'm just gonna let you keep talking.
No, dude, I want to hear the joke. You said.
Rewind the tape.
Right?
Oh shit, we can't.
There it is.
Forever ago. I don't know.
I feel like we all missed out on it.
It had something to do with a crane.
Police
It was a
were
police
involved.
I
joke.
don't remember.
Police joke, and I remember saying, I feel like there's a masturbation joke in there somewhere.
I have one, but I am not going
Yeah, but
to
I'm not
use
gonna.
it.
Why even say you have one? I feel robbed now.
Yeah.
So I should start concealed carrying my jokes then.
Yeah. If you're not gonna
Write them down.
if
Pop
you're
them out.
if you're not gonna whip them out, man.
Yeah.
Keep your pants zipped.
Da-da.
Lips, pants. There was a dick joke in there.
All right. If you want to get a hold of the show, it is makesensejohn@gmail.com.
Jot.
Yeah, right. J-O-T. Jot.
Send them a couple gifs.
That's
know.
right.
There you go.
Vote for Joe Jorgensen.
Jason Statham's the best.
Jason Statham. Yeah, vote for Jason Statham. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh, seriously? Oh my
Oh,
god.
I thought it was actually Go Jorgensen. I was
Did
just
you?
going with the G sound.
All right. The show is on YouTube,
I would vote for Jason Statham.
iTunes, Podbean, and
If you're a you just drive over and beat the fuck out of him.
Don't forget to flick that pod bean.
yeah, flick the Podbean. You can find it. It's not that hard.
Oh my god.
And
Is that what people have trouble finding?
Sometimes it's easier if you turn the
I
lights
mean,
off.
it's like a bean, right?
Is that what people have trouble finding then? Fucking idiots.
Oh, right? It
Do you
just
need-
seems so easy.
Yeah.
It's right there. Well, not right here. There is none here.
No, there is
I don't know,
absolutely
I don't know that
none
guy.
here.
I don't know that guy, but he's wearing a pink shirt over there.
Yeah, no, he... No.
All
He's
right,
good.
that's it. Goodbye, everybody.
Peace! Liquid Thunder out.